Miss Kaziah, Mother of a Nation, coming to you. We're finishing the portrait that I did of Johnny Cash, and it's on the other video. And Ryan says, Kaziah, please stop. Work on that when the camera's on. Here's why I didn't. It's so freaking far from where it needed to be. First of all, I had to fix his snot box. And then I had to figure some creative way. I got to put his jowls in, or it's not John. And that little twist of the lip. God forbid that anyone should think this is easy, because it's not. So, here's the moment of truth. I ask God for moments of genius. So, we'll either have something to go from mediocre good to fantastic excellence, or it can all turn to shit if it doesn't work out. It's risky. We're always going to do that, though. We're going to risk good or mediocre in pursuit of excellence. Yeah, I've painted over a lot of paintings, and I've ruined a lot of them too. So if I ruin this in front of you, please forgive me. Okay? Stay tuned. Here we go. I've just prayed and begged God for moments of genius. We can either just paint what the hell we see, or we can try to incorporate mood and feeling is what I'm looking at incorporating into this. Mood and feeling, composition, design, warm and cool. How does it make you feel? See, this is the thing. Why do people even want to paint? Well, let's address that, okay? Here's the thing. Well, first of all, I have kind of good taste. I really like great works of art. And obviously, most people can't afford them. So, okay, it's a long journey. 40-something years trying to figure out how to paint what I want on my walls. So, what a blessing for others if they could capitalize on it. We have a capitalized system, and we're blessed to be in America where we have freedom of choice, and we can paint all day long if that's what we want to do. And but praise God, and don't ever forget it. And not only that, when God helps you, give Him the credit, because God resists the proud and He gives grace to the humble. So I pray that He'll assist me in this effort. Okie dokie. Now, now see these jowls right here. That's what I gotta. Right about there, maybe. No. One of the reasons why I worked on it when Ryan wasn't here is if I tried to fix everything that I had to fix, because it had so damn much to fix, that we'd be here for a couple hours and you'd be bored stiff. So, God, I try to watch painting videos. Oh, I just can't. They just take too damn long. But of course that's part of it, I guess. solid line, broken line. See, that's why, let's not put that all the way. Let's leave it. The principles and elements of art that, I refer to, nobody can think of everything at once, So that's why I always say, just try to memorize those things as you can, and get them part of your psyche to where you just naturally think that way. Get on with it. See, this is the beauty of the palette knife. Mixture piles of paint. It's better than taking a little speck of this and a little speck of that, and then you go from there. Just mix with the shit you need. Listen, right under my easel is a container, just a thing with a lid that holds this palette. So when I'm done, I stick that sucker in there to keep the paints from drying out. And that's just where the advantage of mixing a whole mess of stuff that you're going to need. So that right there. If you didn't learn anything else from little Miss Kaziah, that will help any artist. But if you're going to do that, you better prepare to really kick butt when you get to work, because you don't want all those paintings pieces to, all that paint to just go to waste. But to avoid that, mop it on other canvases. It's a good thing to have underneath. Grays, greens, gray purple are a good base for a portrait. Okay? Okie doke. Ouch. Didn't want it that light. Won't have it that light. I'm taking, assuming that somebody that wants to learn is going to invest in a art book. This just, you can buy it at any art store. It tells you the simple things of drawing, size, shape, direction when you're starting a portrait. Size, shape, direction, shapes within shapes, and it's going to show you how to, okay, like how does this line up with that? Let's just say that. Does it? You're always checking increments with other increments. You know what I mean? It's a very simple thing. You learn that, and then there's these painting videos that one of my favorites, Raymond Everett Kinsler, he actually has a video. I suggest somebody seriously wanting to learn would invest in that. It's going to be a little bit expensive, but damn, he's good, and he's the one that was chosen to paint quite a few of the presidents. So, hey, and let me say this. How many goat herders do you know that have been blessed with a letter from the president? It was only a simple drawing. I did a portrait of President Trump with that mugshot, you know. It's the artwork that was intended for, okay, the flag, him, the eagle, to have the words wanted put below it for president. But I did the artwork, and I got this wonderful letter thanking me for, with him and Melania. They thought it was great and fantastic. And you know what? How nice. Guys, I'm blessed. Artwork has blessed my life. I think it'll bless anybody that takes it serious. And not only that, I want you to know that the principles and elements of design, they're going to work for whatever occupation you have. Whether it's designing landscape, flower arrangements, furniture, food, clothing, building construction, all of it incorporates art. So I think it's worthy to pay attention. Okay? All right. Now, just a little bitty, itty, little piddly things that are like a 32nd of an inch line, or a little thing here, a little thing there. That's what we're doing. It's fine-tuning now. So, well, let's get a little button in that shadow. Don't you love that purple in the background? Because I kind of do, but... All right. Let's... itty bitty brush. What, with 5 hairs? Okay. Let's see if we can... It's not perfect, but it seems to work. So I'm going to put some alizarin crimson red in his eye, just to give it a little life. That's what I say, just because you don't see something, that doesn't mean it doesn't belong there. In fact, you know, if a person is working with the palette knife experience, you always need to go darker and lighter than what you think works, because if you don't, it might be a washout. So what the hell do you have to lose? Don't be afraid of failure. Shit, I've failed so damn many times. It's a wonder I pick myself up and carry on. But that's the way I learn. So it doesn't bother me, you know. I'm gonna... That dot, that little light reflection in his eyes where that little light speck goes, oh, you know, where that goes makes a difference, whether he's looking up or over or down. It does. So, hope I get it in the right spot. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Ooh, shit. See, that's a problem. I got to clean my hands because I'm always putting paint on my hands. And then if I don't clean them, then I mess up what I'm trying to do. Is dilute it. Okay, now we're ready. Damn, that's handsome. Don't you think? I think I've pretty much got him. You know, it's not perfect, but hey, and who the hell says it has to be perfect? Good God, we're showing a painting that's by the different colors of paint slammed down. You want it to look like a painting, not a photo. You know, in fact, when somebody said, "Oh gosh, that's great. It looks just like the photo," I'm like, "Oh crap, I failed." If that's all I did, then I'm not too happy with myself. But, however, persons needs to learn the rules before you can bend them. I won't say break them. Picasso did, but next week, what I want to do is just start on a soldier from scratch, starting to finish, and so that perhaps, I mean, I'm thinking anybody that's going to want to do this, they're probably already taking lessons, you know, of some sort. So I hope this just inspires you to carry on and let it enrich your life, you know. And the beautiful paintings you want in your home that you can't afford, hey, we can do it. Yes, we can. We can do it. One of these days we're going to do Ryan, by the way. He'll be a fun one, and then I can get on to that project of really creative paintings, which is just so fun. If a person, I mean, you know, hell, Picasso's stuff sells for millions of dollars, and why not go towards the creative side? That's all I'm saying. You know, and shit, look at Warhol's and that little bastard. All that his stuff sells for is totally ridiculous. But you know what? We need new ideas to lift up our lives to where we're not just bored stiff every day, you know. Of course, I'm not bored stiff because I just, I'm having too much fun, really. I love to paint. I don't like that. I don't like it, and it's gonna go bye-bye. Just like that. That's better. So why did I do that? Because it takes away from, you know, Rockwell made a statement. I'm not sure I agree with it all the time, but most of the time, because what he said was if it's not adding, if it's not making it a better piece, then it's diluting it and taking away from it. It's like if you put whiskey in your orange juice, it's gonna have an effect. If it didn't have any effect, why would you do it? So, and that gets into particular tastes or opinions, or it's why different things appeal to different people, and it's a good thing. So we're not all chasing after the same thing. But here's the part that can either send it into heaven or into the doldrums of destruction. No. I think I'm going to pretty much call this done. And because I really don't want to keep dinking with it until you can lose it. Oh yeah, yeah. Ruin the whole thing. Make it to where it's a big damn waste of time. But if that happens, don't throw it away. Use it as a learning. Hopefully we're always learning. When something gets too warm, you already know this, but I'm going to repeat it anyway. Red's a complement to green. Orange is a complement to blue. Purple is a complement to yellow, and vice versa. So when you have something that's not going the direction you want it to, incorporate a little of the opposite. To change the temperature, as you grow in knowledge, the application and the proper assimilation of warm and cool to push and pull, you'll enjoy knowing that you've got that going in your favor. And too many times people are content with just using colors out of the tube. Some of them you can. I do all the time, but for say, you want something red? There's like 25 or 30 different shades of red. So that's what takes a dang long thinking. Before I even start a piece, like, you know, I'm working on these darling kids, and that were killed, and I want to say how I dealt with that, considering what I had to work with, what I was up against. Where the hell's my original stuff? Shit, it's around here somewhere. Hold on, let me show that so they'll know what the flip I was up against. Okay, this is what I had, and that's what I did, and I'm calling it good. So that's that. She's Navy, and God bless her. Okay. There's this guy, National Guard, border agent actually. And you know what? See, when colors dry, you kind of, well, that's why varnishing a painting, it helps it to become more alive, you know. So, but anyway, I'm calling that good too. So I can only spend so much time, and then I'm ready to go to the nut house if I don't get them out of here. Because here's the thing with an artist too. If you keep it, you might do something radical and start to change it, and then you're basically starting from scratch, because you scrap the old plan and starting a new one. It's good to think it through, you know, save time. But there's that, and then there's the, oh yeah, this darling girl. So she was one of them that was killed in Jordan here a couple of weeks ago. And so now with her, I'll put the final strokes to that and get that shipped today, hopefully. But all I'm going to do with this of Johnny is just one more consideration. You see how, I know it's very fine. See how this is lighter, just a little bit lighter than the rest, like an egg under light, you know, depending on where the light source is, and then as it goes down, the value changes just ever so slightly. So, okay. That's what, and now here's what's taken me a while before I start slamming down paint. It's got to be the right color, and it better damn well be the right temperature and the right value. Otherwise, I should leave it the hell the way it is before I wreck it. So I don't want to wreck it, but I do want to just see, because now Damn, I hate it when I run out of colors in the middle of something. All right, you little bugger, where are you? That's not it. That's not it. I am not out of that color. I can't be. I'm not that. I wouldn't do that to myself. Would I? Well, SHIT. You know what? I'll make some. Quincy. Quincidon Rose. However the hell you pronounce that. There you go. Let's take some of that. Mix just a hair with that. We got our hot pink. See that? Now, whether we want that or not, that, my friend, is the debate. Is it too much? Now, see, I wouldn't put green with this necessarily to knock it down. If the hot pink is too pink, you got to calculate this in advance. You got to figure out what are you after and how you're going to get it. Well, just a speck of black or brown could take care of that problem. You know, it'll be funner when I get to painting a regular portrait. Shit, this thing is, but we're going to finish it and be done with it, and I'm going to see that it made a difference. Damn right. There you go. That's what I was talking about. Just that little teeny change in value. See, the reason I have to backtrack on that is because of what I just got through saying. As the head rolls down the egg, this is going to be, I mean, you know, you can see that probably. I'm thinking with the my face under the light. It should show you exactly what I'm talking about. So, but you already know that shit. You wasn't born yesterday. God, if a person doesn't have a little bit of background, they wouldn't even know what the hell I'm talking about. So I'll try to save you from the boring, because art can get really boring if you just takes forever. But you know what? It's worth it. And all the time you're painting, you can wonder if you're on the right track, or something needs to be different, or how you doing? Because I'm going to put a little more of the blue in here. And yes, I will. You know, people, while I'm painting, I'm going to use this opportunity to tell you I am just so thankful to God. He's just been so good to me. I set out to try to learn what to do to please God, and it's a challenge, you know, because there's so much wicked influence out there in the world. But the best friend you'll ever have is God, and because He sticks up for those that love Him, and we do love Him, and I can only hope that my story, my art, my point of view, that it can help people lift them out of their hatred and their misery, because there's nothing that gives more peace than to know the truth. As Christ said, you know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And when God sets you free, you are free indeed. Now, see, that changed it, because it changed the value, and we need that value dark, so everything else works. And see, this is the thing. That's why I never like to paint 2 or 3 people in the same. I've done it, and I'll continue to do it, you know, till hell freezes over, as long as I'm able. But what I prefer is exactly what I'm doing, one person in a painting. Why? Because everybody has different personalities. Different colors are going to match better with their personality. You get a bunch of people, hodgepodge. Now you're left with less choices, because now what are you going to do to please everybody? It doesn't happen. And every damn time I'll put 2 people in a painting, because of this, I'm telling you, people say, "Oh yeah, I love how this turned out. Yeah, this one not so much." You separate them, you do each one of them just to focus solely on the beauty and the personality of one person. Nail it. Everybody's happy. Do 2 of them, nail both of them. But when you do, you realize you didn't use the same background. You didn't use the same colors for the clothing or anything else. You're not going to do that, because I have to feel. I have to feel the sensitivity of each personality the best I can, and I don't know that I get it right. You know, for an example, this one time I got this photo of this handsome kid and just that smile and everything, and I thought, you know, this guy's a ladies' man. He's on the move. He's a salesman. He's enjoying life. So anyway, and I sent the portrait to the mother, and I said, well, you know, I was thinking he's kind of a ladies' man, but I don't know. Just a thought or a feeling. And she said, oh yeah, well, 5 different women showed up at his funeral saying that he was the love of their life, and they thought they were the only one. Let me tell you another one. This one woman, she calls me up. She wants to request a portrait of, it's not her husband, it's the father of her children. And I said, well, that has been done. She says, well, so just because the wife gets it, does that mean I don't get one? And I said, well, now, just wait a minute. I think we can make an exception here. I don't have a problem with painting him again. And I says, you know, okay, he was a traveling salesman. That just came out of my mouth. And there's this dead silence. And all of a sudden we both burst out laughing. All right, guys. Should we call it quits? Why the hell am I not getting that the way I want to get it? I don't know. You know, me doing this so that hopefully I can influence other artists to help with Project Compassion. But it occurred to me when this website is launched, which it will be launched here probably by the end of this week, or even as soon as today, there's one thing that occurred to me. When people see all the work that has been done to honor the honorable, to serve the few who serve the many, you know, it might be as simple as people seeing that and saying, my God, if that woman can do over 3,000, well, shit, I can do a couple. And that just might solve it. You think of the thousands of kids that's out there that have some painting abilities, you know. So wouldn't that just be nice? I think that'd be great. All right, guys. I'm going to, I guess I should sign this. And I may dink with it a little after I quit, but it's basically done. All right. Oh. I like the signature to where you can read it, but I don't like it to shout to where it kind of takes away from. We damn sure don't want it first degree reading. But I have to make it big enough because I only have so small of brushes to work with, you know. And so that's what we're doing. We're just doing it. All right, Johnny. Yeah, I'll figure out what else he needs later. But just a minute. Sometimes. See this little edge here? That's why that didn't get painted. I like to. I don't like that showing when I stick it in a frame, you know. That little bugger. That little fine line, just barely. That's all I want. Just a hint. almost like a light, you know, a light in the room that's a light in the room that is casting that green spotlight kind of thing, you know, in back of him. So kind of a little bit of the mood and feeling, but I don't know. Maybe it's not necessary. I don't know. It gets into mood and feeling shit. It is your personal taste, you know. Don't make it too obnoxious. There you go. I think that's about right. Well, Johnny, you look sad. Shit. What can we do to make you happy? Maybe I can lift up the corners of the lips just a little bit. Where my crap is that? All right, Johnny, come here. We're not done. Hold on. Yeah, he's sad. Jeez, we don't want him sad, do we? Well, I'll see if I can make him happier when I have hours to think on it, you know. Because what I do, you know, I actually, when I start a painting, I just throw it all down as fast as I can. And then I have to take it in the other room where I sit there, sip on coffee, and look at the photo and look at the painting and figure out every little itty bitty teeny piddly little thing that's off just a little bit. There's probably more time that I spend thinking about a painting than actually the time that it takes to throw it down. So make of it what you will. It's just how it is. All right. So, damn, I wish he was happier. Okay. All right. That looks a little better, didn't it? Okay, folks. It's not as good as I'd like it. What the hell? It'd be a damn shame if I did something that made it look too easy, because it's not. So shit, if somebody like me that's been painting for 44 years can still have problems, but that's okay. I'm good with it because I'm learning, and even though I'm still learning, it occurred to me it would be beneficial for me to share what I already have, because for those out there that can utilize it and the life will be blessed, become self-sufficient, be your own boss, control your own time, and decide what and who you want to paint. It's a beautiful thing, guys. I hope that there's all those out there, young and old, doesn't matter to me. I hope people can get a blessing out of this session. In Jesus Christ's holy name, amen.